I created my first masterclass in ACC for car setup building. I took a few beginners out on track in this huge session explaining small details on the first steps they can take to create a better setup for themselves. I'm having some assistance from Adrian Ringelberg, who used to be a real race car driver. I'm trying to explain these guys how you can improve with setups, driving on Spa. This is not a fast-paced video with all the change your roll bar and you will get rid of understeer. No, this is more conversational. We're joking around. Just put it on as a podcast-ish kind of a way. Enjoy. So why don't you just drive a lap and then
Yeah, let's see. Let's warm up the tires.
yeah.
Are we gonna spectate each other, or just go out randomly and you randomly spectate someone?
Yeah, that will probably be the idea. I need to get into the server as well, but I will definitely just look at like this. Look at the lap a little bit, and then this also allows me to look at the setup as well.
Okay.
Because I would just also I'm kind of like I'm just gonna watch Cranky here, and I will watch everyone, and then I will make a talk on the ideas that I have, sort of.
Okay.
So, and also I see that small town cynic, you got the mic blocked or?
Yeah, I got it on mute, but I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on. Okay, yeah, good. All right, so I will, because for me it's a huge learning process as well, because so many people ask me by direct messages, or like, maybe can you coach me? I'm like, bruh, that's very hard to do.
Yeah,
So-
you have 10k followers nearly. I can imagine a lot of them want to be coached by you.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that kind of stuff, you should make a business out of it, probably, or not.
Yeah, well, you know what the problem is with the coaching? It's one by one, and it takes a lot of time. And
Yeah, for sure.
if I make a good video, I can help hundreds or thousands, you know? So obviously it's not that personal, but
Yeah.
I'm more thinking about a product that you can buy and then you can use yourself with all the steps and all the knowledge in there.
Yeah.
So then maybe once a month or something I can host something like this, and just how do you say it? Amplify the product that way.
I see. Okay.
So okay, so this first corner, I even struggle with the braking point sometimes here.
Yeah. It's an ugly one. Yeah. I know I need to be more gentle with the throttle because the Aston team seems to spin a bit on me.
Yeah, okay.
As I said, small lift here.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw it. I was
Yeah,
already
I saw,
sliding.
I saw.
What I already recognize is a bit of lift off oversteer, it's called.
Yeah.
I think so. As soon as I lift off the throttle, my back goes.
Yep. I mean, basically, we're all of us. We're not driving the lap perfectly. Like we all make mistakes, but the mistakes get more minor and minor over time.
Yeah. My tire pressures are a bit low still, I see.
Oh yeah, we cannot see them, but
Yeah.
I normally go for like 26.5 till 27.
Yeah, my
in
left
that
side
window.
is on 26.3. That's
yeah.
a bit less.
Yeah.
Cranky has ACC drive.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you start later, you start the main program. You go to engineer. You can see exactly how to adjust the PSI, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, we'll do that now.
Oh yeah, but you have to drive 20 kilometers.
Oh,
Am
20.
I right?
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, then
5 laps.
that's still a
on,
few more.
Yeah, then it takes an average. Okay, good. So I saw the lap, and I know where you're losing the most time, mate.
Okay.
But Also, let's do rouge one more time and just not lift. Just keep full
Okay,
throttle.
I won't live.
Keep it on and just force the car. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at the delta.
Oh yeah.
So that's no, but that's really and if you can like, oh, you just need to do that. Just keep it floored. The setup can do it.
Oh, here's a slider
And your
on
setup
two
is
always.
is on the braking a little bit twitchy. I might have some
Yeah,
solutions
it
for
is.
that. So
It is.
good. I will also join into this server. So Artjan, how are you doing, man?
I did the most stupid thing in the world today.
What is
my,
that?
What is
my-
that? I'm
my
curious.
crew, that's why I'm late. My crew put a can with old paint in the back of my rented van.
Oh,
I think, it's and I'm just back from the car wash. My face was white, my hair was white. I did it with the cleaner to take it
Oh.
out. Fuck.
So we have Luke. Okay, Luke is in the Beamer, and Wouter is in the McLaren. Cranky Cake in the Aston Martin. Okay, good.
Is Luke already there?
Yep.
Yeah, Luke is here as
Oh.
well. Okay, good.
Did you set your catchphrase already?
What?
Luke know it.
Oh yeah.
90% for today is 85% tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's true.
But it's true.
Hey, why can't I switch cars? With shift was it, right?
Oh shit.
Shift and arrow, left or right.
Oh yeah. I will follow Wouter now. I just need to put that audio down a little bit.
Oh, this is the wrong one. It's your server, eh?
Yeah, Arnout. I know that I think that Wouter runs a low downforce setup with his McLaren. Low rear wing. Or not.
No idea, it's a go one.
Walter's like me.
I slap it on, it works, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, classic.
I'm with Wouter now.
Yeah, me too. And then I'll go a lap with Luke.
No, Wouter, here when you exit Blanchimont, drive straight.
What do you mean straight?
Now when you go to the left and then open the corner before the bus stop. But when you exit the corner, drive simply straight. So this is the shortest and quickest way to the bus stop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if you make an S, that is slower than a straight
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
But also, under braking, you lose a lot. It's not only the extra meters, it's also the braking, because your steering wheel is not straight.
Now I know from experience that when you hit 271 with the McLaren on the straight, you're not running a high downforce setup. You have a less wing setting, like 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Luke have 217.6.
What? Can we even help him? Oh, he was practicing. I will be on the flat screen as well, so I will have a hard time to be to do a 217 probably. Because that's my biggest handicap, is me being on screen, because I get so used to VR.
I think we need to send Wouter the setup from yesterday.
I think so too.
We have a good setup for you, Wouter.
Okay.
Yeah, just can you share that, Artjan?
Okay, I
Okay,
go
now
to
I'll go to Luke, and then I will share my screen and chat a little bit, right?
Yeah, the wing is on 1, so
Yeah.
you were right. It's the lowest.
Yeah. Okay. That's recommended, yeah, for Spa.
Okay.
Yeah. That's something you want. That's something you want to do if you want to be the fastest. But like 1 or 2 clicks of rear wing could really help you on that entry problem you had after Camel Straight. So it's like snapping on you.
Okay.
I don't know if that happens a lot, but that's really hurting your lap time.
Well, I want to try different things. It really depends on how concentrated I am.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah. But I mean, a good setup has some forgiveness, right? I mean, if you're having a bad day, then the setup can save you.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you always need to drive with a knife in your mouth, sort of say, then yeah, that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's in the. It's shared now.
Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Let me get that in there.
Look at this, man, 279.
Oh,
Luke.
Luke. Luke is our secret bastard.
He keeps it in second in the first corner. That is interesting. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, Bradley told me that yesterday that I have to do that.
Oh.
He told me that I shouldn't be doing first in with this car on the whole track.
No, listen. Go down to first, short shift to 2. So you have the advantage of downshift under braking.
Okay.
But when you get oversteer, while you do that, don't do it. But you know what I mean or not?
Yep.
I had last Wednesday a lesson of a really good driver, and he told me you can win the most under braking and shifting in the right time.
And BMW is also like, if an Aston Martin is like an easy car, then the next easy car will probably be the BMW. Yeah, me too. I mean, the lines that Luke is driving is actually, it's just a little bit of this mid-corner speed, but you're doing the right things. I believe I did my first 216 with the BMW on Spa.
High or low wing?
Always high wing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a little bit of the black sheep.
Luke do the same.
Yeah, this is high wing as well.
Yeah.
Listen, Luke. Drive after Blanchimont straight.
Okay, good. So, all right. Let me get my shared screen up, and I'll explain a little bit, or at least try to, because normally I do this with just a camera on. I can rehearse it like 2,700,000 times, but now I need to actually have some structure live. It's kind of cool. So, also for Cranky and Small Town Cynic, the next time, because I saw that you both kind of like, you have this entry, you know, you're afraid for the, I'm not saying you're afraid for the entry, but you have, it seems like the front of the car is too aggressive. There's too much dominance on that front axle, which makes you oversteer on entry. And the and under braking, it's very simple. A little quick interruption. If you're liking this content this far, please hit that like button. Now, I will do this masterclass a few more times for free. So if you want to be in here, just go check out my Patreon, sign up as a free member, shoot me a message on Discord, doesn't really matter, or hit the comment down below. So I need more people so I can learn better from these sessions and yeah, provide more value as it goes. And if you just want those level setups, check out my Patreon store, link down below. Let's move on with the masterclass. So let's say this was the setup that we used on the endurance race yesterday. And also, like, this is what we use, right? So I will just explain a little bit what's the deal here. So with a McLaren, this car still has a lot of downforce, even though it's low wing, right? But next time you're in a setup screen, and this also counts for the Aston Martin and also for like a BMW, it's maybe as well the same case. For every car, the ride height is always somehow linked to the rear wing. So let's say you're running a massive high rear wing, then you can up the ride height. You're doing this because if you do this, then you have a lot of pressure from the rear wing on the back, and you will just have understeer. The car, like Eau Rouge, you cannot take Eau Rouge because the car will just go in a straight line. There's too much pressure on the rear wheels, right? So whenever you see a disc screen and you see something like this, then you have a car that tries to murder you every time. So high rear wing, high rear ride height. Then on a mechanical grip, if you feel that the car is, whenever you're braking and releasing the brakes, and the Aston is kind of sensitive to this, and also the BMW, because it's a front engine car. What's happening when you're braking fully and you're trying to steer, because you're releasing the brake and you're trying to steer, and what's happening with the front tires, those tires are reaching their maximum workload when you're braking and trail braking and steering. But there is a sudden moment when you're releasing the brakes and the front tires still have pressure from the trail braking. So let's say you do 20% of braking while you're turning in, then all of a sudden the front tires are not on its workload anymore, and it's actually focusing more on cornering than braking. And then all of a sudden you get so much grip on the front and you oversteer while you release the brakes. And this is very easy to solve with a lower front bump stop range, like this. Now it's less sensitive on the braking, even if you go lower.
Sorry, can I ask a question quick, Arno?
Yeah.
So that we should do when we have the phenomenon that we release the brake and the car oversteers. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I really want to, like, the setup you're using, it doesn't really matter what you use. If you want to change a little bit of a balance, especially on the braking, the bump stop range is huge, because what this now does is, let's say you got the lower the car, the more downforce you have, right? If you have more ranges, you'll have more downforce, because the suspension springs are longer now, so the car is actually allowed to go lower when you're driving fast, when you have downforce. But this also comes with a lot of pitching on the braking, and the pitching on the braking is making it so oversteery on entry. And you can offset that with this. But, and one more thing, if you lower the bump stop range now, you would say, yeah, don't I get back a lot of understeer in the faster corners? And that is obviously something you need to test out if you're pushing this too far. I always have a little bit of a value, like I would not go lower than 5. But you want to run a higher value, obviously, but sometimes that's just not possible. And I would say if you got your setup from the Austin, obviously I need to see it, but try this one out first and see how it behaves on the entry.
2-3 clicks lower.
Yeah, a few clicks lower, like 3-4 clicks or something.
But you know what this does? It's nothing to do with the ride height. You have the what is the name? You know, where the wheel go inside. Yeah.
Mhm.
And how higher this value, how deeper the wheel go inside the car. So it don't adjust the ride height. It pushes your wheel further up in the car. You understand? So when you brake, you know, the nose dive, and this determines how far the nose dive.
Mm-hmm. I got
So
you.
and how
Carrying.
so the weight go to the front. You understand that what I mean or not?
Yeah.
Because
Understood.
and then when the weight go to the front, the rear end getting light, and that is the oversteer you feel.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
see, there's a movie for it to with Arnout with a box, and that tells you exactly what it does.
Yeah, that box
It's all
video is absolutely amazing. It's a half an
Yeah, I
hour
will
long,
check
but
that out.
you watched
I will
it?
check that out. No, I will
Oh.
check it out. I didn't see it yet.
Okay.
but that is what this does.
Mm-hmm.
What
Because with the arrow, it's also one thing. Whatever you learn today, you can throw it away for north because the right height. No, it's really true. But because the right heights are higher in the north, it's in the game. So you
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, because now it's 64, and in the north, I think it's almost 80
it's like
with the McLaren.
it's like
Yeah,
this.
standard. Yeah, minimum
Oh,
is
okay.
8. Yeah, but nobody
Minimum right
knew
height.
that. We have a friend, Arnout and me. Nathan is his name, a New Zealand guy, Australian guy. The guy is North expert, really North.
Yeah.
And he point me that. I say, that's. And then I understand why my setups didn't work at the North, because the right height in the North is different.
But I
Makes
also
sense.
want to make one more note about the ride height. So the ride height you don't change with the bump stop ranges, but imagine like the lower the car, the more downforce you have. So that's why on ride heights you see like almost every car has the lowest ride height on the front. A few exceptions there are. The Porsche I put a little bit more sometimes, but when you go
Normally, you increase only the right height when you have when you hit the bottom, when you're bottoming out.
yeah, but also when you have your setup on Eau Rouge, let's say, and you want to go you want to do Blanchimont corner and Eau Rouge full throttle. That's really what you want. If you cannot get that anymore with let's say you had a bump stop range is 15, right? 15, and you have the oversteer, yeah? And you're like, bruh, I have the oversteer. If you now drop this 5 clicks, let's say, and you felt some understeer on Eau Rouge, then you could increase that ride height a little bit. But that's already a lot. But yeah, try out the bump stop range and see how it feels.
Yeah.
Also for Wouter with the McLaren.
Yep.
Try it out. I don't know what the value is now, but can you see in the screen?
It's the same as your
We have our
now,
setup.
because-
Oh, yes, our setup. Okay, so also note, Ringelberg and me, we're not e-sporters, but we are advanced. So this could be still a handful for you. You can try it out and just lower the bump stop ranges if it's too difficult.
But you know what I always think, eh? And that's a thing. When you are in real life, you can jump all together in a McLaren. But in sim racing, I have SimuCube. Arnout has Moza. That is also different. But
Yeah, that's right.
even when you have both the Moza, I can drive with other setups in my base than Arnout. So you understand? So it's not only, and then it's coming the brake pedals and the setup of the brake pedals. So and I find it the last few months when I stopped with using Coach Dave setups, I
Yeah.
found time because I make the car mine. You understand? And not
Yeah.
yeah, and it's not because I'm a bad driver or a good driver, but because I start on learning. Yeah, it's more to my equipment and also to my driving. You understand?
Yeah, totally.
According to Astrid, you speak Dutch, Cranky. He was in Nijmegen. He can speak Dutch too.
Yeah.
Only in the coffee shops.
Yes, only enough for that, exactly. I'm feeling like bedankt all the day.
Bedankt.
I'm just looking with Wouter here to see how...
Yeah, I'm just watching. At this moment, I'm watching Wouter.
Yeah, this is really good. Bless you more.
Can we give some things to them as well? Like about it. If you go to this one, don't shift up to the 5th. I take this one to the 4th and then just rev it out and brake. When I'm in McLaren.
Oh yeah.
And up the hill here, don't use 5th, but 6th.
Yeah, it's actually very simple. You need to shift at 7200. So as soon as it turns blue, you shift. Very nice. But you already did El Rouge full throttle, I believe, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Little bit.
So also I am really searching for how to explain this properly. So when you're braking hard and you're setting steering angle and you feel like I'm going too fast and then you release the brakes, then all of a sudden the car starts to slide. So if you want to get faster like you're going now, I would try to do the braking a little bit earlier every braking point, but try to release the brake also earlier, so you carry a bit more speed in every corner, because that's the thing I'm seeing is that, like, compared to how I drive myself, I'm braking around the same braking points, but I have a little bit more speed through every corner, and it's only a tenth. But then after 17 corners or so, then you're one and a half seconds up, right?
Yeah.
So, but the way to practice this, because it's very hard to say, okay, I will just go the bit corner speed higher, and then all of this is solved. But I think you can. You need a little bit more time in the braking zone to set up your car correctly into the apex, but yeah, that's a little bit still a code I need to crack somehow. Let's look at Cranky, and then we go to Luke. I cannot see it right here. Cranky, what is your TC2 setting?
TC2 is 0, I think, or no?
Okay, so you want to put that on the maximum.
Maximum, okay.
Yeah.
Tuck.
You can change that in the MFD, but you can also do it in a pit, of course.
Maximum, okay.
And yeah, you have TC2 and ABS. What's that? ABS?
3.
Okay. And what is your ride height? On the
right
back.
height is on the back is 82.
Yeah, okay. And the wing is maximum?
5.
The wing is 5. Aha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so try to, and okay, go to the mechanical grip.
Mm-hmm.
And how much is your bump stop range?
Yeah, I lowered that by 3 clicks now to 9.
Okay.
Front.
And on the back?
40.
40.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Much, no?
No, it's I like, I drove Austins a lot, and with wing 5 I can understand, but
okay, yeah.
let me send you something in the Discord, and I want you to try this to see how it feels. That's it. And I will send you a level 3, 4, and 5 high downforce, and you can see later also in your free time what is the difference between them, because the setups that I built are coming in levels, skill levels, and these skill levels, you can see how the suspension setup is set up in like a level 3 and a level 4 and a level 5. You can see the differences, moving way more to an aggressive setup that has more lap time potential.
So level 5 is the expert one then?
Yeah, that can be a handful. So take level 4. With the Aston Martin, it's like I'm like it's a little bit of a strange car with the downforce side, because on Spa it can really be like a little bit too slow on the straight with the high downforce. But if that means you're gonna struggle out through the whole lap, then it's probably wise, especially when you're starting out, that you take a high downforce, and then later when you really feel the car, you can try to do a lower downforce setup again, because it's really important that that you get like stability, right? You're not going off or starts to slide.
Yeah, that would be good. I try the 4 now.
Yeah, okay, good. I will drive with you. See how that is going. So I maybe we need to have a look at the pressures, but they should be okay. Yeah.
But I can tell you, it already feels more stable during braking, especially.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot more stable.
You know what I will tell you? You can take this setup on every track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more. Although the pressures are way off. But still.
Yeah, so this is like what you now have is the understeer, and I will tell you later how you can fix that.
I think if the tires are up to temperature,
Yeah,
it
then
should be
yeah,
good.
yeah.
We will try again.
Yeah, yeah. So the Aston Martin has this unique feature that you can be competitive with high traction control too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So and now we don't have the weird slide every time we go on throttle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot better.
It's just planted, right?
Yeah, it's planted.
Yeah. That's also because of the wing, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And look at if you look at the top speed right now, we're still hitting
Yeah,
almost
it's, yeah.
It's okay,
Just
right?
a few lower. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's a lot better here now. It can get earlier. I'm already in the delta of half a second, I think. More even. Yeah, coming to the 220s now. With cold and off-pressure tires, so that's amazing already. Good to see.
Oh, look at this. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful no name, sir. That's a beautiful no name. You know what? This car, it's not. I will not take credit for the setup, but this car, especially in longer stints, it just stays the same. With worn tires, okay, you'll be a bit slower, but it's still the same car after like 30 laps.
Yeah, I can believe.
Yeah.
Feels awesome, mate.
Yeah, it's
Close
okay.
one.
Ah, it's okay.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
You
Still
got it. Yeah, you got it.
We have 1.2 seconds on the delta now. Oops. Nearly in the 219s now.
Yeah. Okay. So
Love
almost.
it.
Okay.
Love that. Let's fix the pressures and then we jump out again.
Good stuff, man. That's
Yeah, lovely, Arnold.
Since
I'm pretty impressed. I don't know if you can hear it.
yeah, I hear it. But I see you driving. I'm like, you were fighting, and now you're actually driving, right? So
Yeah.
So
good
that's
to know. It's not
okay.
just a skill issue. It is the skill issue too, right? But
Yeah,
it's a
but
bit
you're
better.
driving. I don't know where it came from or what the setup is, and maybe it's very good for someone. But
Yeah, probably it's a Coach Dave LFM race something, I think.
really, so they were early and they sold probably a bunch, and then now they're focusing on other things. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Luke, can I have a look at your BMW setup? And then share the screen on Discord? Oh, it's not... why is it so low resolution, bruh? Okay, so you have the...
What page do you want to see?
I want to see this page, yes. Okay, the next page. Is that 2 and 2?
Yep.
Okay, and the fuel strategy? Okay, so I would go try to get used to the, and this is my personal preference, the brake pads 2. Because they are more steady on the heat. So they will not cool off as fast when you're on a straight. So
does this also have effect on if you do like only sprint race?
I'm
still new to the racing, so I still have to do. I haven't done a 45-minute race. I only did.
I haven't found any braking performance on just the 1 and 2. Maybe if you're like a hardcore alien, you will maybe find like a half a tenth or something. But we will not experience this. I haven't. I find this more better to control the tire temperatures and all because of the second brake pads. And if you do go for a longer race, you don't have to worry about having the wrong brake pads.
Okay.
So what about mechanical grip? Okay, and the dampers, yes, and the arrow. Okay. How do you find this car? Does it drive? Are you happy with the behavior?
Yeah, but yeah, I only switched to it yesterday, so I don't know how it acts on different tracks and such. But on this track, it feels nice.
Okay.
And I tried the McLaren earlier with Ringelberg once, with you as well, and then it kept sliding, and this one is just more steady, and I could take more curb.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking like how we can, because this looks kind of similar on something that I use, but I have other anti-roll bar settings. So, but I also have different ranges, but that doesn't really matter because it's just if this feels nice. If this feels nice on Spa, then you can definitely take it to a lot of different tracks. The only thing is with maybe this setup, and go to the mechanical grip. Yeah, so if you feel like if you do Silverstone or Suzuka or Paul Ricard, the interesting thing will be the turn 1 on Suzuka on how you enter that corner. And then again, it's probably gonna be you need to increase or decrease the front bump stop range in those corners. Also for Paul Ricard, you know, the turn after the long straight. Do you know that track? You didn't you? You don't know Paul Ricard.
I don't know much tracks still.
Nah, okay, so again, I think the bump stop range on the front can really help you set the balance for every track you go. So whenever you think, okay, now it's too aggressive on the braking, you can just decrease it. So for now, I don't really have a lot to add for this one.
It's only changing the bump stop ranges.
On the front, yes.
Okay, bump stop range front. Yeah, taking notes as well because I have to feel it and try it, of course.
Also, what I like. I want to go to the alignment, to the front toe. You have the minimum front toe, right?
Minus 0.2.
Oh, it's 0.2 only. Oh, yeah, then it's okay. Well,
I don't know what it means.
Well, yeah. So the front tires are facing outward. So if they were not connected to the car, they move away from the car in the front, right? So if you apply steering angle, A little bit, yeah. Small steering angle, like 0.1 degree. Then the outside tire in the corner is straight, and the inside tire is kinda on 0.4 toe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that helps with stability on the straight. But that's the real race theory. And in ACC it's kind of broken. So I see people sometimes put like 0.4 or max values. And I always find the car starts to behave in a weird way. But now it's only 0.2, so that's not that high of a number. But if you ever have a setup and you see these massive toe values, very negative, also on the back, that's a clue that's probably something you don't want to do. But yeah, for the rest, I would drive the BMW always with high wing. And people have tried to convince me to do lower wing, and it might accelerate a bit faster, but you're gonna suffer so much stability all the way on the lap that it's probably not worth it. And I tried to figure out from an esport driver. I watched a lot of his streams. He also drives the BMW, Niels Naujux, and if I look at his top speed and acceleration, it seems to me that he also does this. So I think it's I drove in this on the pit scale the whole season, and I was always doing full wing. So it's kind of easy to set up because you can just use this for big majority of tracks. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah, so it's only you said those 3 tracks that I have to change, and the other tracks I could just take this setup and try it.
Yeah, or a variation of those. Like if you want to be super safe, you take Suzuka, and then you have turn 1. That is a very, very like specific corner where the car can oversteer on entry. If it survives that corner, it will survive every corner in the game.
Okay.
That's how I build all the presets in my store. Because if the cars can survive those corners, it's gonna be fucking sweet everywhere. But some tracks just need a little bit variation in the bump stop ranges to optimize it. And if you feel like I will show a lap. I will go into let's say this car is a great example maybe. So if I push my McLaren, that is low downforce. If I give that maximum downforce, and on the back, because the front splitter I normally don't use. So let's say I did a full wing setup and I have 13. Okay, let's drive out. I think it's smart to look at me and see what's happening.
Yeah, that's why I was spectating Wouter as well, because some of the things you and Wouter and Cranky were talking about, I still don't feel those things. It's just I do it by looks, and yeah, sometimes I feel that the rear steps out, so I just lift from throttle, but it's not that I know what really is happening.
Yeah, okay.
Like that I can explain it to you.
Yeah, okay. So what I did now on my own setup, I created a bunch of wing.
Yeah.
Because this is how I made high and low downforce setups. I do that on Spa. That's how it always starts. And now I just gonna pretend that I just put rear wing and I put some ride height, and now I probably will understeer, and I will show you ride height understeer.
Okay.
But first, I need to drop the fuel levels because still endurance.
Yeah.
30 liters. So if you want to build a setup, I like to do Spa, because not to get the best lap time, but if it's behaving here well,
Yeah.
then it behaves well on a lot of tracks. And reason why I always pick Spa, it gives me a great comparison in the lap time, because I know how fast I should be going on this straight. You know, I know, like, if a car doesn't reach 270 here, I know it's gonna be slow on the straights, right?
Okay.
So it's very it's like I still need to warm up the tires a little bit. You can also see that when we hit Blasimo corner, how slow this McLaren became with the high wing on this track. It's actually 2 seconds slower now than so the rear wing setting is also starting to take a lot of effect over the 200 kilometers, and we are in the 200 kilometers a lot of times on this track. So now we're already on the 200, and now the high downforce is really hurting me. I'm quite surprised how balanced it still is. We had a glimpse of Motec, and the cars will overall, the faster they go, the more the arrow moves backwards. So the more understeer it gets, the faster you go, which is kind of the goal of the rear wing, isn't it? So you can see now that I'm only going like... I am surprised how well this corners. This is a bad example. Let's try our Rouge. Let's try Rouge. So we have decent pressures now. It's like almost 26.5.
And I was driving the McLaren, that first corner, the exit.
Yeah.
I got this snappy. Your one was just stable there on the left side.
Yeah.
That's just throttle behavior?
Yeah, throttle and braking behavior. So, for now, let's say I want to test the setup like this. I can see like it's like having a very hard time on the top speed. You see that? It's like 2, and I'm like over braking here.
Yeah, because the max you were looking at is
Yeah.
46,
Yeah.
64.
64. So, if you test out cars on Spa, and you do a perfect execution of Air Rouge et Radiant, and you see, hey man, it's just like, I don't know, with the low wing I need to have like 270. If I have the high wing, it's still 270, like in the BMW. Only Air Rouge became a lot harder with low wing. You know what I mean? So then you can really see, oh, I can see now that this car doesn't really has a big improvement on this wing. Let me explain. I will go the ride height. I will try to show you now when you have the bump stop ranges on the back too high and you have not enough ride height. I think that will be... So now I just increased the rear wing. That's all I did.
This behavior you're gonna show now, this implements to all the cars? Or just
Yeah.
McLaren?
And some cars will have it a little bit more nuanced than others. This car, I was quite surprised that I got kind of lucky with the rear wing and the ride height because it was behaving really well. But the ride height now on this, like on this corner sections we're doing, the rear ride height isn't really that much influenced because we're not driving that fast. The rear ride height is also a lot about the fast corner exit.
I was driving
So this is
I
the...
thought that corner was hard.
Yeah, so you could see now the understeer that I had, right?
Yeah.
And now as well, I'm on throttle, but the car just doesn't want to turn anymore. if that is the case, you have a ride height problem and you have a bump stop range problem on the back.
Okay.
So you can see how this car just doesn't want to turn, right?
Yeah.
So when you need to wait with the throttle on corner exit, then you either have a too low rear ride height or you have too much bump stop ranges on the back.
Okay.
So I don't know, I'm still sharing the screen, am I?
Yep.
So if you have that problem, you can increase this one to, let's say, 25% of the slider, and you can decrease this one. Or both.
So if you just get a setup and it's not turning like this one, you only look at those numbers and you have to change those.
Yeah.
It's not like the wheel rate or the other.
No. You can just do this.
Okay.
And like the other stuff, you know, we can talk about wheel rates and anti-roll bar and all that stuff, but that will just make it complicated, especially when you're starting out. So
yeah.
I'm still sharing screen, am I?
No, now it's paused.
Okay, yeah, so let me share another screen, and then you will really understand, hopefully. Then you'll just, maybe then it will click, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm doing this for the first time live. Where is the...
Doing awesome, Arno, no worries.
Cool, thanks. Everybody still here?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
okay.
driving his 216s.
And with tire pressures of 227.5.
Okay, I will share. I will share this. No, wait.
Good grief.
And a 27.5 is my tire pressure. So I only start driving and.
Sorry, I need to have this screen shared. Okay, this is the screen I want to share. So if I go, I'll go into my cool software, Canva software for all my images and slides and everything. Yeah. No, this is not the one. This is the one. I believe this is the one.
Oh, this is with the box you were talking about.
Yeah, this is the box. So, like, the example I was driving was more of this situation, right? So we're driving fast, and this box is, because this is representing the floor of the car and the downforce it's producing, and the outside box is your ride height. And the outside box represents where this box can move into. So if we change the ride height on the back higher, we are forcing this box more in front of the car. So the aero balance will be placed more forward of the car, creating a certain balance. Yeah, this is 75/50. This is something I would use with the BMW. Now, if I'm on throttle and I have a lot of ranges, and remember the ranges, bump stop ranges, if they are high, then this box will move backwards way more. So if you have, that's what I said, when you have understeer, this box wants to be more backwards too much. That's why we decrease it, and then it will not go backward that much. It will be placed more in the front. When you go full throttle, and this is how I see it, yeah, this is how I want to explain it. If we go full throttle, we lose all the bump stop ranges. The car is in its whole self more down onto the tarmac, and the ride heights are super important for the balance on the super high speed, like above 220.
Okay.
So a corner like Eau Rouge or Blanchiment will be very determined on the rear ride height, on the overall balance we have then. We don't have any other adjustments. I would even go as far to say that a wheel rate, a differential, nothing can help, because this gets so dominant on this high speeds. Then the rear ride height is going to determine how the balance will be in those corners. So if you can get it to El Rouge or Radion, because you have understeer, it's very simple. You need to increase this one, the rear ride height.
Okay.
Then we have the braking. If we have the ranges on the front very long, then you get this force box pushed forward a lot. So we get a lot of grip on the front axle. And that's why I said to Cranky as well, decrease the bump stop range in the front to make sure this box is not moving forward so much, so it gets more safe. And that's constantly the balance on the rear ride height and those two bump stop ranges on the front and on the back. Now, I will not go into this. There is a whole video about this, explaining this. You can always review it. I think it's a pretty good video. So, yeah. Questions?
No.
Just try it out, yeah? I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, very happy for now.
I was gonna say I did a PB just now.
Oh,
Yeah, same.
Of a few tenths. So
okay. And
I guess it's working.
Yeah, low 19s for me now. I saw 18s even on the Delta. So
Yeah,
imagine shipping of 4 seconds in a few minutes here.
bro, that's
Not
cool.
bad.
Awesome.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
Stop getting so fast, man.
Yeah, stop getting you so fast, Wouter. Low beggar, sun beggar, low humbler.
Handbagger. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, I'm very impressed by Luke, by the way. But after hearing he's driving with Bradley, not
Oh,
so
yeah,
much
that,
surprised. Yeah.
anyone-
it's the alien
anyone can-
aura. Yeah.
No, that's
No,
proper
hats off,
quick.
mate.
So,
Yeah.
Also, hearing him talk that he doesn't know much of the tracks and didn't do much racing and so on, Luke, hats off. When you keep that pace in the race, then you are up there, very far up there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's still not steady pace, so
Yeah, we have to all have to work on that one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well,
Looks very good, man.
there's not really I mean the amount of laps. I think this is very true for the Nordschleife as well. You need to just need to drive a bunch of laps to know, and
Yeah.
that especially and it counts for every track. Some corners will just catch you by surprise sometimes, or just very easily because with braking points as well. I mean, there's still some tracks that I struggle with because I just didn't do the repetition. I didn't do the reps, you know, and that's
Yeah.
that's very time consuming.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
You know, when you are a little bit more advanced, you know, this lap, the 269, I drive half the track with no TC. I go after La Source, TC 0, and after Stavelo, directly TC 0. Because the TC drag a lot of speed. But yeah, you have to be... yeah, I put I have a little button to put my force feedback up. So when, yeah, I put the force feedback up so I feel the car better.
yeah.
In the race, I never do it.
Let me
Yeah,
just
makes
all the cars.
let me just wrap up with me driving the lap. Not that necessarily the fastest, but some things you can remember on Spa when you're like want to improve even further.
Okay.
Cool.
Ringelberg, what you said with the TC, is it for all the cars we are using, or is it just the McLaren?
Ooh, I don't know.
Now listen, I had last Wednesday with Sergey the lesson. He said how lesser the TC in ACC drags a lot of speed. But I don't know in every car. But the McLaren is sowieso good with zero TC.
Okay.
So, a little bit of Arnout's track guide. I don't really believe in track guides. They are great, but I think 9 out of 10 of them are way too long. So what I normally do, I'll just go back first. I try.
Disqualification.
Oh,
I love like hell.
no wait, no
Yeah.
wait. We're gonna fix that. Not
He's not
happening.
gonna try it.
So let's talk about it a little bit, shall we? Everybody's driving with me, or you see it
Yeah.
on the stream, or you see it in the game?
I'm in the game.
Okay, yeah, game is better. So, obviously, especially when you want to improve, and this is what I do when I want to improve, I actually start the braking before the entry curb. So, before that, when that curb starts, when I really push it, I will like be on that exactly starting point of that entry curb. I will hit the brakes fully. It's also a little bit car dependent. This car, a little bit shit on the brakes. Then this corner, I try to do this.
Go on the back that you were just doing.
All the way on, and also this one. I will be all the way up here. Then,
Quite straight through there.
yeah, and then over here, you don't want to be here. You want to be like way more on the inside, because you want to open yourself up for this corner. And then over here you can go on throttle that much earlier. This corner is an interesting one. I always use, again, this entry curb for my braking point, very easy. Then some people, they are really close to this apex, like the whole corner, and others take a way more V-shaped approach. I think that is a bit faster. Also for this corner, I try to not be on that exit curb. I want to stick to the inside and a little bit compromise the corner, so I can be all the way up here nicely. And I always, like, I saw Cranky Cake do this corner, and you really did it well with the Austin when you got my setup. Like, really trail brake, touch the brake for 10% and just rotate it through that corner. Now this corner, and then sometimes I can just like floor it all the way through when you really keep that on the inside. Again, for this corner as well, that entry curb is almost every time my braking point. And for this corner, at least on here, I go full throttle and I never lift again until the bus stop chicane. That's something you really want to aim for if you want to get into this juicy lap times. And it's all about timing with this corner. I don't know how that corner is named. I have a very low knowledge of all these corner names. Stavolo. Okay, so.
Ringelberg, the thing you start with keeping it straight. Where is it? Is it this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the next curb. Next curb. Arnout also go too early out.
Oh, this is how I always do it.
No,
Well, you need to show it then, bro.
okay. Yeah, I have the lesson of Sergey last Wednesday.
Yeah, it's
Like-
still fresh. I had the lesson on the Watkins Glen. So.
Yeah, come on, Ringy.
Wait.
Okay,
I go.
well, Ringo Berg. But you called me the king on Spa, so how is now you're correcting me already? What's this? You did an endurance?
Blasphemy.
You did an endurance on Spa. Now you know everything, right?
I did a lesson. I can do a quick lap.
Yeah, let's show these guys your new personal best, Ringo Berg. Let's go.
Yeah,
265 is my
Yeah.
personal
Yes.
best.
This is also
Okay.
gonna be uploaded on the internet, so no pressure or anything. Just do it.
Okay.
No pressure at all.
Kijk, stay in. Brake towards the curb.
Oh, yeah.
On the curb.
Okay.
inside. So I brake in a straight line.
Let's see.
Yeah, braking in straight line is really vital.
What did you say? In the last corner, you were using first gear, but does it also have to be done with the BMW as well, or I take it with second as well?
I don't know. I would do first gear, just at least for the braking.
Okay.
Because you're gonna have the engine braking every time you shift down. You get some free braking performance, and if you don't do it, then yeah, you just don't use that then. It's not happening today.
Ja, sowieso this lap not.
Oh,
Yes,
one more lap after this.
It's just very slow downshifting. It's not like the McLaren where you can hit it and it goes down.
Now we had a lot of bad luck in the endurance, man. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah, with park guy at the beginning.
Yeah, and the race start, bruh. Yeah.
I didn't see the ending. I saw it until your son was spectating you.
Yeah.
And after that I went in a call with Bradley, so I didn't see the rest of it.
Okay.
But how did the ending go?
Well, it kinda was the same. P35. We almost caught up with P34. But yeah, it was like, I think we had very good pace. The setup was really good. But yeah, we had a lot of bad luck, so.
So when's the next one?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Okay, Ringelberg, let's go.
I hope.
Yeah, that's basically a little bit of what I wanted to show and wanted to tell. Obviously, it was a bit all over the place, but and also I think Wouter, did you get everything? Did you get something from this as well?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got the setup from Ringelberg, you got?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Can I use that for every track as well, like you said for setups?
Well,
Or no?
with the McLaren, it's a little bit of that wing issue, because you have certain tracks that you want to run more wing, probably, like Hungaroring, let's say, or a track like, well, with a lot of corners, Laguna Seca or something, or even Silverstone, you probably want to run some more. But I will share a mid preset and a high downforce setup for that as well on the Base Engineer app over here in this Discord channel, so everybody can try and use it and you know, and try that out.
Yeah, but what really helped me was how to look for things to change that are relatively easy to spot and easy to change, right?
Yeah.
Like if you the whole lift-off oversteer thing and the bump stop ranges, and that's just something you can look out for.
Yeah. Just
And improve on.
Yeah, and yeah, that's, and like, if like it's a little bit like the bump stop range is gonna be so. Think about as well as the front bump stop ranges, that has a lot to do with entry, and think about the rear bump stop range a lot about exit.
Okay.
That way, like if you want to like see bump stop range as the amount of, like, to keep it super simple, high ranges, high grip, low ranges, low grip. But then you would say, okay, put everything on max and I have the most grip, right? But that's till an extent that is true. So you would say like 20 on every wheel is high grip, and 10 is at, let's say, low grip, and 5 is like very low grip, but a lot of stability, right? So and alien setups, you will see very high ranges because they can control their inputs really well, and they using more of the ranges to balance the car because they are so advanced, right? But we as normal humans, we cannot do that. We need to drop them a little bit to keep it digestible. So know the slider, the higher the slider, the more grip you have. And if you have too much, you will have oversteer. And if you have not enough, you will have understeer on the front and vice versa. So.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and I also have a solver on the Patreon. It's free. I don't know where it is.
Is it the same one that you have for in the Honda setup?
It's it's a little bit different. Like with the setups, with the file, let's say on the how do you call it? On the McLaren, let's say. If I go, and then I need to download it myself first. And I will put a solver for the BMW as well, so you get that as well.
And the Aston.
And the Aston. Now then we're pretty much set. But I need to download it first. That's kind of funny. I downloaded from my own Patreon site because I don't know where it is on my computer, but I know it's on Patreon. So, solver BMW. Yeah. So, and that's very simple. So you got like understeer turn in, understeer mid corner, understeer exit, and you got all the choices you can make. So it's very like this can just very easily be printed out, hang it next to your computer, and like I took a lot of like parameters out to not get overwhelmed with it, right? So yeah.
Awesome work, Arno.
So good. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you get some value from this. And yeah.
Thanks for taking the time, guys. It was really helpful for me.
Thanks.
You're welcome, man. I have your I subscribe to your channel.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Arno.
Oh.
Look at me chipping off time and gaining another sub.
Yeah. It's like yeah.
I'm living the life, mate.
But 306, I mean, what's the last time? What is it? Yeah. When you go live, how much viewers you have normally?
I go live tomorrow, and normally I have like, I don't know, it's between 10 and 25 or something, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
No, it's more.
Yeah, it depends what, how many others are streaming, which daytime. So the earlier streams I had a bit more, you're right, but the 5 p.m. streams depends. Actually, depends. As I said, Arno, I didn't start long ago, right? So everything new. YouTube stuff is new for me. The ACC sim racing stuff is new. Everything new. I'm learning.
That's good. Guys, I want to thank you. This was awesome. It was nice to get to know you all.
Yeah, it was great fun. Great. Have a lovely evening. Catch you later.
When you have questions, you always can ask.
I will do. Thanks again.
Me or Arnout. Eh?
Yeah, we'll definitely do. Thanks.
Okay, man.
Take care, bye.
Yo, bye-bye.
Thanks, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.